Hey there, Mark Madeira here. Today we're going to look at some photography software that handles many of the issues that we encounter when we're editing our digital photos. You'll be amazed at what the software can do because it's almost a one-click solution for enhancing your photos. It fixes pixelated images from low-resolution files like those from a smartphone, or perhaps a tightly cropped image from a larger digital file. It also sharpens out-of-focus images, so if you've got a blurry photo, it can be substantially improved. It also eliminates noise, so if you're in a dark environment causing your photos to look grainy or have a speckled appearance, this software can clean that up too. So let's have a look at this groundbreaking software, because great photographs matter. So here we are looking at this photograph of a tiger. We are seeing it after it has been corrected by Topaz Photo AI. And AI stands for artificial intelligence. It seems like many things today are going in that direction in the world of computing. It's amazing what Topaz Labs has come up with for artificial intelligence correcting issues with our photographs. So we're seeing this image after it's been corrected with one click. So let's pan across to see what the original looked like. Alright, so let me just go back. So this image was low resolution to start with, so there wasn't a whole lot of pixels to begin with, making it look, a little bit out of focus, grainy. So using the one-click software of Topaz Photo AI, it cures that problem. So you can see, looking to the right-hand side of this white bar, you can see a cleaner, crisper fur and eyeball on the tiger, and to the left, the fur is a little blotchy looking, and the eye isn't as sharp. So just panning across, you can see the difference with and without correction. So with correction and without correction. All right, so let's take a look at another image. So here we've got a bald eagle. Looks a little soft in focus. The eye and the fur and the beak are all soft. And if you look in the background, in the green area, it looks a little dotted or grainy, and that is noise. So noise gets a little distracting, so as we apply the Topaz Photo AI filter and pan across, notice that noise is going away on that green background. And notice how sharp the eye and the beak is. So let's go back across to the original soft image, and coming back again with Topaz Photo AI correction. So once again, take a look up in the green area up here. To the left of this white bar, you can kind of see the grain or noise, and to the right, it's much cleaner looking. So this particular image was corrected both in focus and noise reduction. Let's look at one more image from the Topaz Labs website. Now this image is really amazing. It's definitely out of focus, and it is a lower resolution file. So this is before the Topaz Labs Photo AI filter has been applied. And let's pan across to see what it looks like after. Pretty amazing. So let's go back across. So that's the original. And that's after the one-click application of the Topaz Labs Photo AI software has been applied. So next up, we are going to look at how to use the software so you can see for yourself how easy it is to use. We are now in the Topaz Photo AI interface. And this is a standalone application. So you don't need to use it with Adobe Photoshop or any other photo editing software. So you can either drop images or a folder by clicking here, or you can browse for individual images. So let's start off with this one. Alright, so it's opened the file. Now over here in this panel, you can see this little rectangle box, and it's showing you what part of this photograph that we are looking at now. So you can see it's zoomed in pretty tight. Using my mouse wheel, I can just roll back and forth on the wheel to zoom in or out. And you can see how that affects that little box there as well. And you can also move around the image just by clicking on it, and you can see the little mini hand there. And you can move around any way you want, so you can have a closer look at a particular spot. So let's zoom in on her face, and I have done nothing to the settings that are within the software. These were all automatically applied based on the analysis the software made of this image. So you can see on the left, this is the original file before Photo AI did its magic, and this is what it did all on its own, all automatically. Of quite a difference. And you can also click on this photo and it'll show you the original versus the photo AI. So you can instantly see the difference that it makes. So if you can't tell the difference from comparing them this way, this makes it easy to see it as well. Now if we look over on the right hand side, you do have the ability to tweak the settings if you're not 100% satisfied with what you see. If you want to sharpen it more than the software already has, you can add more sharpening here. And you can see it's calculating and it just finished. I'm not sure that I really see a difference there either. I'm going to turn it off. I'm quite satisfied with what it determined on its own. Recover faces. So what happens if I turn that off? And again, this is what Photo AI decided to do and turned on recover faces because it detected the face automatically. But if we turn it off, now you can see it's not as clear as when recover faces was toggled on. So let's go ahead and turn it back on. Instantly improved. And again, AI determined that it needed to recover faces on its own, and it was already turned on when we went ahead and launched this photograph. Strength, so if you don't like the amount of sharpening that it's done, you can cut it down. Let's see, currently it's set to 80. Let's just move it down to 25. So you can see it's definitely not as sharp as it was at 80. So let me just kind of move it back up. All right, so we are about where the software determined it should be. There's the enhanced resolution. As I hover over that button, you can see right on her face it says enhanced resolution must be enabled when upscaling your image. So let's upscale the image. Basically, the software automatically upscaled it to 1.8, but let's say we want to make it a larger file so we can make a larger print from this image. We can click on 2x, 4x, or even max. So let's see what max does. So I'm not sure how much it upscaled it by, but apparently it's been quite a bit because it jumped in quite a bit on this image. So let's just scroll back out. I usually keep it around 2x, sometimes 3x. Unless you're going to make a really large photograph, you don't need to go to super large increases. So now let's go ahead and save image. And you have the option of adding a suffix. Topaz is the default suffix. As you can see, it's automatically adding Topaz after the file name because the original file name was her name 001-original. And now Topaz wants to add Topaz, and then it will apply the filters that it just used after the Topaz name. So after Topaz, it used Enhance and Face AI. You can choose what folder it saves to. You can save it to your original folder, or you can navigate to any other folder that you want just by clicking on Browse and going to wherever you want within your folder system. I tend to like to keep them in the same folder as the original, so I have them side by side. And what I like about this is that you are not changing your original file. It will remain unchanged. You're creating a brand new file with these changes. And then you can change the format. So you can preserve the original input format. In this case, it's a JPEG. But if I want to change it to a different file format, I can choose a different format. So let's choose TIFF. Now you can see the file format has changed from JPEG to TIFF. So you have that option as well. And you can even change the bit depth if you want. So I'm going to go back to JPEG. So if we click Save, you can see it processing and saving. And it's done. So we'll look at that shortly, but let's close this window and do one other image. So it automatically brought us back into the image we were working on. So you can still make more changes if you want and save it as yet a different file. So to close this image, just right click on it and choose Close. Alright, so we closed that image. Let's browse for another image. So here's a different one. This was a photo restoration that I did. And this one was really out of focus. So let's see what happens as it adjusts. Okay, you can see it's doing its magic over here. I've done nothing. Okay, so it's updated the preview with whatever changes that AI has decided that it needed. So you can see a clear difference on her face. The sharpness is night and day here, even in the hair. Unfortunately, it isn't a perfect software. So you can see it's still not sharp up in this area here, although it is sharper here. If we zoom out a little bit, it isn't quite as obvious, but there is still that problem there. considering what we started with over here and what we've ended up with here, I think I can live with some of the limitations of the software. So once again, if you want to try tweaking any of these other settings to try to improve on what it's done, you are welcome to do that. In this case, it's automatically decided that this needs a 3 times enhancement from the original file size. And it was a very small file size to begin with, so I think it's pretty neat that it can detect how much of an enlargement that it needs to enhance this digital file. But if you don't want to go 3 times larger than the original file size, then choose 2x, or you can even customize if you want down here. Type in whatever size that you want. So let's go ahead and save image. And it appears to be done, so let's close that. And we'll go to our folder and check it out. So there they are. There's my original. There's the Topaz Photo AI adjusted image. Again, there's the original and the Topaz Photo AI adjusted image. So if you see value in this software, I will share the link to that software in the video description. Feel free to click the link, check it out. If you do decide to order that software, I will make a small commission at no extra cost to you, which enables me to continue to make videos like this that will help educate and improve your photography. If you like this video or learned something new, please click the like button, comment, and share it on your socials. If you're watching it on YouTube, please click the subscribe button and set the notification bell to all so you don't miss our newest videos. Thanks for watching.